Hi everyone, Lisa here with Down to Earth Gardening and Design. Welcome to our video today. Today we have an update for you and it is on my Crown of Thorns. So it was just about 3 short months ago that we did a video on completely rehabbing and rescuing this succulent. It's a beautiful succulent and it's doing so well. I wanted to bring you an update and I wanted to review my takeaway on some really great expert care tips. So whether you're new to Crown of Thorns and you just purchased one, or if you have one and you're looking for some expert care tips, this will be a great video for you. Okay, first we're going to talk a little bit about this succulent. Then we're going to do a quick recap of the rehab that we did the 3 months ago. And then last but not least, I want to tell you my takeaway and why I think this is doing so great. So some tips on caring for your Crown of Thorns. Because to be honest with you, they are such a low care, easy plant, and they reliably flower with a little bit of care most of the year. So I have a red one here that I inherited, and they also come in shades of pink and yellow. So Crown of Thorns makes a really great indoor plant, or if you live in zones 9 to 11, you can keep it outside year round. So it is thorny, and also when you're working with it, when you prune it, it does have a toxic sap, so you want to be well protected when you're working with this plant. Okay, so 3 months ago, we completely rehabbed this plant. It was leggy, most of it was dead, it was not flowering, and that's because it was in a terrible spot where the neighbor's vine came over and shaded the whole thing. So I want to talk about 6 things that you can do to keep your Crown of Thorns looking really great so you can fully enjoy it. So number one is it needs full sun. So 6+ hours of sun a day. It will take a little bit of dappled shade, but for the most part, it is a full sun lover. And that was part of my problem, is it was completely shaded by that vine. Number two is it needs the proper soil. So it needs to have well draining, sandy soil. So it does not like to be sitting in water. So in that video, we took it out of its pot and we found that it was sitting in water. It had probably been in that pot for a while. And by the way, we also gave it this really pretty new container here. So succulent soil is best, and that's what we use when we repotted it. Number three is if you're putting it in a container, you want a container that has a drainage hole. So if you'll also remember from that video, the drainage hole was completely clogged and it was sitting in water. So, and a little side note here is you do not want a tray underneath your container. So no need to buy a tray when you're buying your container. And in fact, I have it on these stones here and it is a perfect spot because when it is watered, it can drain really well. So you could also use those little feet and lift it up a little bit so it's getting some really great drainage. And I will put some things, some affiliate links for you in the description if you're interested. So number four is that you do want to give it some regular pruning. So we took half off of this plant, and that is about the most that I would take, but it can get up to about 5 to 6 feet tall, and it's a little awkward as a house plant or even an outdoor plant, especially because of the thorns. So you do want to do some proper pruning occasionally to keep it a little shrubbier, a little smaller, and also it will provide some great air circulation and the sun can get to all parts of the plants, and that's how it is going to be happiest. So number five is the watering. So you may have just seen our do-it-yourself installation of our irrigation system, and there is no irrigation on this plant here. So it can go a couple of weeks without water. It needs very minimal water, and that's how it does best. You do not want to overwater your Crown of Thorns. And then last but not least, which I want to get to pretty quick because there's a thunder and lightning storm coming in, is fertilizing. So because it is such a great producer with its blooms, you do want to fertilize it during its growing season. So that would be spring or summer. You can fertilize it every 4 to 8 weeks, and I would back off in its dormant season, which is winter. But I am gonna fertilize mine again. So I did it once in the spring, once in the summer. You'll see me doing it now with some well-balanced 10-10-10 water-soluble fertilizer. You could also use some slow-release fertilizer. So with all of that said, look at how well this is doing after the major rehab. You can see its nice green leathery leaves. It's got some nice new growth on it. And its flowers, it's really coming along nicely. And with Crown of Thorns, you should be able to enjoy your flowers for most of the year, which is a pretty great investment on a little plant. So, and like I said, I inherited this too. So what a wonderful plant to inherit. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because I love doing these videos for you and I have a lot more coming your way.